recording.
Is it going? Is it going?
It says recording.
How does internet work, Charlie?
This one's recording.
I'm Nick.
You're Nick. Okay, so you're Nick.
Wait. Let's do that again.
Hey, welcome to this new version of Laser Discourse. I'm Charlie. That's Nick.
That's Charlie. Wait, I don't know which side you're on. Okay,
We're
anyway.
in gallery view. I can't.
Charlie and Nick are here. Okay.
We're gonna try a new little social media video series since we are quarantined and we're about an hour away from each other, so we're not able to get together to watch movies, which is a bummer.
Right.
That's the problem, right? We have to sit down and watch these movies to talk about them. So now we're going to try to do a little remote sheltering at home series. The collection here is at my house.
I know, man. I wish I had your collection right about now. You are the smart one, Charlie.
We're lugging these things around for over a decade. Yeah.
Finally, years of lugging laser discs through move after move has paid off.
Yeah, it's my time. I'm
real good foresight there.
I'm soaking in it. Yeah, so I mean, let's talk about some movies. I mean, we got a lot of movies. I thought maybe for this first iteration, Nick, I could take you down memory lane a little bit with my collection. And
I like that.
So the first Laserdisc that I ever laid eyes on in my collection was this bad boy. We're gonna have a lot of glare to deal with. Brazil by
Brazil.
And I remember seeing this in a thrift shop in Santa Rosa where I live, and thinking it was the soundtrack, right? You would assume, Brazil. I was like, the soundtrack to Brazil? That's cool.
Of course.
On vinyl. And then it intrigued me because I was like, but Brazil has like one song that plays through the entire movie. So how do you make a soundtrack out of that? So I go to turn it over, and it doesn't look like a soundtrack at all. There's no track listings. There's pictures from the movie and credits from the movie. And then I opened it up and saw this shiny metallic silver disc looking at me, and something in my brain was like, oh yeah, laser discs. I think I heard those. It was like this memory kicked in, right?
Well, it's cool. So that was the birth of Charlie's Laserdisc fascination.
The fascination, for sure. Yeah, that was the one where I went, oh, wow, that's cool. And then I pulled out the next one, and I think it was Blue Velvet or something cool like that.
Oh, God.
And I was like, okay, I'm going to buy these now. And I happened to look across the store looking for the player. The player was like on the other side of the store with the...
Oh, they had a player too.
They had the player too, and it worked. Man. And I still have it. It doesn't work quite as well, but still works a little bit. And
still works a little bit.
I took them all home.
Of course, you still have it. Of course.
I took them all home, and I love Brazil though a lot. Terry Gilliam, especially in the 80s and 90s, was doing some stuff that just the surrealistic kind of nature of his movies. But then it got me thinking, Nick, I got to tell you, this 1980s Robert De Niro.
Oh yeah. Is that a mustache I see?
Oh, it's a nice mustache. He's basically playing a Mario brother in this movie. It's pretty cool. He's like a plumber.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But like a spy also, I think. But then it got me thinking about...
Just like Mario.
Just like Mario. You know.
That's right, yeah.
As Mario do. But it got me thinking about 1980s Robert De Niro and how I think he gets obviously he gets all this credit for Taxi Driver and Godfather Part 2 and stuff in the 70s. And then he comes and does Goodfellas and Casino and all these other things in the 90s. But those 80s movies... let me show you real quick here. I got a lot of love for him. Of course, he wins the Academy Award for Raging Bull.
Well, of course.
As he was.
Yeah.
Which still, I think, it really is one of the great performances.
Holds up. Definitely worth a
heartbreaking
Academy Award.
That's a Scorsese, obviously. He follows that up with another great Scorsese movie that doesn't get enough attention, King of Comedy.
I don't think I know this flick. Tell me about it.
This one's great. He plays a failed comedian who kidnaps Jerry Lewis because Jerry Lewis is like a talk show host. His plan is it's basically, this one in Taxi Driver is what everyone said that Joker ripped off earlier or last year.
Well, I see Joker right on the covers.
Yeah.
So
he's he plays this ultimate Rupert Pupkin. Rupert Pupkin is his character's name. He's like the ultimate loser. So to see De Niro play this character is kind of
Oh
insane.
man, we gotta watch that. I don't see too many De Niro as a loser films. You know, he's
Oh, it's
usually a
great.
tough guy or a funny guy, or he's not generally a loser in his films.
Yeah, but when he is, he's a huge loser.
He's a great loser.
Great loser in Jackie Brown. Love him in Jackie
Oh yeah.
as a
Oh
loser.
yeah. Good pull. Good
But
pull. Okay.
this one this is one I saw a long time ago. I need to rewatch it again from the 80s. The Mission. And
Ah.
look at this dude.
Oof.
Just like he's a man of the sword.
Is that Christian Bale or is that Rob De Niro?
That's long hair, bearded Robert De Niro. Looks
Ooh.
so good.
Man,
He's also
put
got
that down. I'm getting a little confused here. Hold on.
Yeah, right.
No. Put it down. Put it away. Put it
Exhibit
away.
A
I
and B.
can't handle it. Put it away.
Well, he's got the beard too in Angel Heart, which is a really
Ooh.
creepy movie with a young Mickey Rourke when Mickey still had his looks.
Mm-hmm.
Robert De Niro famously like eats an egg in that one. It's pretty cool. Then he's
famously eats an egg.
Okay. Famously eats an egg.
That's the trailer. Robert De Niro eats an egg for 90 minutes.
I would watch that movie, by the way.
Soft boiled. Yeah, I would. If it was
Yeah.
anything but soft boiled, I would not watch it.
The Untouchables is another favorite. I love The
Untouchables.
Oh, yeah. He's a great villain in that one. And
Who
then
he play that?
Someone named Al Capone, I believe.
Alka? I've never heard of him.
Albert Capone. Or maybe it was
Albert.
like who knows? Actually, I don't know if it was Albert. Maybe it was like Aloysius Capone. Call him
Aloysius. That's the whole secret to Capone's dynasty, legacy of evil doings and killing.
Yeah.
They call me Aloysius. I can't stand him.
That's his like trigger. Yeah, he goes nuts. He goes nuts. And then Midnight Run.
Story of Aloysius Capone. Oh yeah.
Quick shout out for a very funny Midnight Run movie. Anyways, 80s Robert De Niro. I love it.
You have a lot of 80s De Niro on Laserdisc here.
I realized I did, so I was like, let's share it. Yeah, it's pretty great. But Brazil was not the first movie I watched on Laserdisc, if that makes sense. That was the first one I saw in the store. But when I got home,
a Laserdisc, and then you didn't even watch it.
Well, no, I bought there was 10 of these Laserdiscs.
I thought okay. That makes more sense.
So then when I got home, the one that I popped in first is Over the Top.
Yes.
Sylvester Stallone's infamous arm wrestling trucker movie.
You cannot have a better title for that movie.
This one also, if you've never seen it, it's got one of the great Robert Loggia performances.
I have not seen it. You have to we have to sit down and watch all of these movies because I've never seen most of the films that you bring up, although they look like films I want to see. So we're going to have to do this podcast like forever. I think that's the key.
I hope so. I mean, if you like Rocky, right? You got Rocky. I got a lot of the Rockies. I got one of my favorites is First Blood. Stallone.
Oof.
I like Stallone.
Yes.
I like this dude. Him playing the arm wrestling Hawk is just like, mwah.
Yes.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Oh, boy. Let's watch that one next. I think that'd be a good one to dive into and critique from a filmmaker's standpoint. How is the cinematography in that one? What's the lighting like? Do I really feel the characters struggle? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That'd be great.
Let's do it. Next one.
All right. Well, then the first, a little memory lane of Laser Discourse, Nick. You'll remember this one. The first episode we ever did was Jaws.
And that was, if I remember correctly, that was because it was the first Laserdisc ever released.
The first movie ever put out on Laserdisc. Not obviously this copy. This is from the 90s. But
you don't have that first edition, huh?
No, it was called Disco Vision back then. So if you wanted to see something, let's see if I got I might have to get a Disco Vision.
Oh, yeah. Disco cakes could have been a thing too.
And what my favorite thing about the Disco Vision is the cover was like this jacket or something kind of peeling away to show you the movie. So
all of them were like that.
When things came out, they came out like this. So this is actually a Mission Galactica This is a couple episodes of the original Battlestar Galactica put into like a movie that
Wow.
they released.
I would totally watch that too. What have you've been hiding all this good stuff from?
I bring
here?
dozens of movies over every time.
You've been
You know?
hiding. You've been hoarding. Just like toilet paper. Oh boy.
Hey man,
Good stuff, Charlie.
Desperate times. You know what I mean? Desperate times. So that's what
you
I
never
had.
know. You never know.
That's what I had on hand. So obviously we got a lot of movies to watch. We'll do this. We'll do this for a few times as much as we can.
We'll see what it's like. Laser Discourse Pod, pretty much everywhere. I think is our social media.
Laser Discourse
Facebook,
Pod on the
Instagram,
Instagram. Yeah, and then we're just Laser Discourse on the Facebook and the Twitter. But yeah, Laser Discourse Pod on the Instagram.
I can't stop touching my face.
Until then, we'll see you on the flip side. Does that work?